it's Diane from FaithArt Design Studio, and in today's video I wanted to make some collage tags for both of my Exploring Joy journals. So I'm going to make two large for my my journal with those colors, the Rejoice Rhapsody, and then we're going to make two for the Poppy journal. I pulled out a couple examples just for myself to remind myself what I like and what I've done in the past, and all of these came out of my 10 Ways to Love Pink Parfait journal that I did a few months back. I mean, this is a big chunky monkey and I love this. I would tell you that this is probably one of the best junk journals I've ever made because of the depth that I went into in my study. Number one, as I said, it was the 10 Ways to Love. And also because I tried so many new things, just had fun making stuff. So I pulled out some of my collage tags and I thought I would just show them to you, and then we're going to make some. Basically, there was, you know, when you make junk journals, there's always little parts left, and I keep everything in a little plastic bin as I'm making something. So then I would just sit there and go through. And this one I didn't put any notes on, but this one I did. So a lot of these I make so that I actually can put my Bible study notes on the back. So I'm going to make mine plain today, and then that way they'll be ready to go into my Exploring Joy journal when we start on July 1st. So here's a couple examples. I just love this. Just one of the things that my eye is very attracted to is what I call tone on tone. And that is where they're all yellows, different shades of yellow, right? All yellows. There's some greens thrown in, but overall it's a yellow theme. Same with this one. Now on this one, I just used one piece of paper to cover the tag. This was actually on the paper. And then I added a stencil with some molding paste through it on top of there, and it just came out really, really pretty. And then there's my notes are on the back of that one. This one I made, this is from a manila file folder. You can tell I made it really super tall because I wanted it that way. And again, here we go. These are parts that are left over, and this was for the verse about promising without forgetting. And then there's all of my notes on the back. So that's why I really love to make these, because they become a beautiful vehicle to carry all of your Bible study notes. This one I pulled out, it's not on a tag, it's actually a fold over, right? So this was a piece of paper from one of my digital kits. And basically I just folded it, rounded the corners, collaged the front, and then inside I printed my notes. This was about, what does it mean that a soft answer turns away wrath? So I have all my notes in there, and then you can see that I highlight them because that's what I want to remember. So let's make some fun collage tags today. That's what I want to do. So what I started with was I pulled out all the little scraps that are left over from my Rejoice Rhapsody kit. And I've already made some purple things, so I don't want to make a purple. So I'm thinking I'm going to do some blues. And basically what I do is just kind of audition or just lay things on there. So this is my first take, right? So let's glue this one. And what happens once I start gluing, I move things around and I kind of need more parts. And that works out okay. Now I use a glue stick. I love Prit. This is the one that I like. I started using it probably last year, and I would say that for the money, it's a really good one, and there's not very much water in it, and that's what makes it a really good glue stick. It's creamy, not as creamy as Oohoo is. Now, I'm going to punch that hole out, so it doesn't really matter. Not as creamy as the Oohoo is. I find that I got some Oohoo to just kind of compare. And what I found was on the Oohoo, I ended up using a lot more glue, and it was like in clumps because it's so creamy, and I think my hand is a heavy hand when I lay things down. So I'm going to stick with my Prit sticks. And I get these on Amazon. They're in my Amazon storefront. So if you buy them, you're helping to support me, and I really appreciate that. It's okay to leave an opening right there. Okay, let's see. We're going to put this one down here. So let's move that over here. Now the trick with the Pritt sticks is if you go and just look up one and buy one, you're going to pay like double the price, which I wouldn't tell you to buy. I buy them in like a 10 pack, and I find that that's the best bargain that you can get. And so getting them 10 of them, I think they go down to about $3 a stick. And then why do you want to use more of a professional type glue stick in your junk journaling? Well, as I said, it doesn't have as much water. So the cheaper glue sticks, the reason they're cheaper is because they don't have as much glue, right? They are, they have more water, like the Elmer's glue and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I used to use those when I first started. When I first started kind of scrapbooking millions of years ago, and then I realized, okay, that was really a waste of my money, because I would go and look at my journals later and half the stuff was falling apart. Like I could lift up almost everything, which, well, that's not good. Who wants to redo anything, right? I don't. And here we go again. I got a little open spot there. It's okay, and you'll see why, because we're going to end up putting like some little focal points on here, and so the focal points can go in those spots. And that's okay. And some of them I tear, but you can see I'm not tearing them all. Let's just tear the top of that. And I don't edge these with ink. I don't feel like I need that for the look that I'm going for. So hopefully you are in the Facebook Exploring Joy group that we have for the challenge, because that's where kind of the community is happening, and that's the really fun part. And hopefully you're starting to see, and I think this week we'll see a lot of people are, you know, showing what they're making for their journal, because it's always really good to make your journal in advance so that you can then spend your time. Isn't that pretty? It's really pretty. Then you can spend your time focusing on doing your Bible study part. And that's why I'm showing you all these videos of let's make ephemera pieces that are then all ready, right? They're all ready for us to just add some notes and then stick them in our journals. Okay, let's put this one long tall piece down first. We'll get that one down. Now, what size tags are these? I'm sure you're looking at them going, they seem very large. They're actually a number 12 tag. And I buy my manila tags from, oh yeah, I'll put it in the description. I just went blank. It's a place that produces manila tags. Again, I've been buying from them for years, and I'm sitting here trying to tell you the name, and I can't remember. That's what happens when you're 73. I forget stuff. I think I know what it is, and then I don't know what it is. Anyway, if you are new to junk journaling, I think you have a couple options. You could go and, go to Michael's, and, well, yeah, Joann's is gone, so you can't go there. But anyway, you can go and buy like small packs. Ranger sells small packs, like 10, maybe 20 tags in a pack. You can do all that. You're paying top dollar, and you don't get as many as you might want to use. So express tags. See, I knew it would come back the minute I start talking. Okay, so I found express tags like 12, 15 years ago. And they're a manufacturer of manila tags. So you can get any size, any kind, cut, with string, without string, you can get everything there. And so at one point, because I haven't had to buy any for a couple of years, but I went ahead and bought like 1,000 of the number 8 tags. Now, I don't remember what I spent, probably $40 or $50. This is a long time ago, so don't forget. And I still have them. I give hunks away of them. I'm always giving them away when people come to my studio. So I've had them for forever. So think of it as an investment. And these large tags, they don't come in 1,000. You can't get them in 1,000. That's just, they don't sell it like that. But I love this number this number 12 size tag. I just love it. It's just really, I love the large size. Now, could you take a manila folder and cut it out? Absolutely, you can do that. You don't, if you don't think you're going to be using a lot of tags, I use a ton of tags. The other way people make tags is they use manila folders and just trim them out and make them whatever size you want. There's also, I think there's die cuts that you can die cut them, but oh my gosh, you're only cutting one at a time. That's like insane. Since, like I said, I use so many of them. So it's up to you. But as I said, I have the link in my description for you. Okay, so we have two beautiful blue tags for this, the Rejoice Rhapsody one. Okay, so let's just set those aside for a second. And what we're going to do is we're going to make two more. And we are going to use all the poppy color paper. Okay, so let me pull all that out. I'll set this stuff aside. Okay, I've pulled some papers out. I've done some preliminary laying down and pasting. I just love Debbie's Scarlett Poppy Blaze. It's so beautiful, and she's so good at, I love how she does all of her blending on her papers. She uses Photoshop. And so she's got that wonderful ability to do that. I don't use Photoshop, so you're not going to see her. That's what's fun about working with her is she and I make things with different systems, and so she has abilities and she makes things differently than I do. And so it's kind of fun then when we get together, right? Because then they're very different, and that's the really fun part, I think. So if you got her Scarlett Poppy kit and you're using it, you know what I'm talking about how beautiful it is, right? Let's put that like that. Now you'll notice I didn't do a lot of tearing on her papers because she's got so much design on one. If this was all that flower, I would have torn it apart, but because she's already got the strips and stuff on there, that's like the really cool part to me is that she's already done a lot of the collaging for us, right? And that's the cool part. Because see, look how quick I'm making this tag off of her paper. So let's pull this back because I like that torn. And we'll put this over here. Let's do that. We'll put a little bit of glue right there. I like that little pointy thing. And we'll cover that back up. There, look how quick that is. Yes. So we have this coming week to make our journals, start making some ephemera, get ready, because on July 1st is when our study starts. And what will it look like? I'm just going to go over that again because a lot of people I think are questioning. So we've asked and identified and they've accepted 23 different creators who are basically faith creators. We've asked them if they would use the Bible verse of the day and make something and make a video of it. So all their videos are pre-recorded. They're not going to be live, okay? The other thing that we've asked them is to make their video and have it available on the day that's their day by 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's what basically everybody's agreed to. And I'm sure we'll have little hiccups here and there, but I think it's going to work out really well. So every day, what you will do in doing the study is you will go to YouTube. Okay, you're going to go to YouTube and you are going to see the creator of the day, and the schedule is here in our, it's in the group. You can go ahead and print that off so you know who's on what day and what they're, what verse they're going to be doing and stuff like that. So then you're going to go watch their video. Hopefully they'll give you some insight into the verse that they, are responsible for. They will then hopefully make something and teach us all something fun to create whatever it is, right? Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. Okay. And so you'll watch the video, and then you'll turn the video off, and then you'll make your stuff, and then hopefully you're part of our Facebook group, and you will take a photo and go into the Facebook group and post what you've made, what you know, what did you learn something fun. This is supposed to be up there, but we're going to make this work, aren't we? Yes, we are. And that's basically how it will go. So that will happen all through the week, and then on Saturday, Debbie and I are going to get together and make a video that will be available. I don't know the time. We're still working that out, how we're going to do that. We're going to make a review video. And what that's going to mean is we're going to have watched everybody's videos for the week. And we're going to look at the projects they made. And we're just going to kind of talk through what did we learn, what did we hear, what did we see, you know, what impacted us and that kind of stuff. And then that is the Saturday video. And then we're not doing anything on Sunday. Sunday is a holy day for us. We should be, you know, worshiping Jesus. So it's Monday through Friday. So you have to, you need to get the schedule so that you know who's who and what the name of their channel is. And then you will, like I said, just go to the YouTube channel. Now, what I really want you to do, please, for all these 23 wonderful women who've agreed to do this with us, is that I want you to subscribe to their channel, number one. Number two, please make sure you hit the like button and give them some love, even if it's thanks, I really appreciate it, or I learned this, or I never knew that, or whatever. Just say something. You know, they've gone out of their way to share their faith and their creativity with us. And so that's what I really want everybody to do. As I said, you need to get this schedule and print this out. I have this in our Facebook group. It's in the file section, and it's called the schedule. And this is going to be what you're going to follow. So like on July 1st, the verse is Romans 15:13. The topic is filled by God and silver and sparkles. Pam Cato is going to be our first person up. And then the next day is Creative Faith Cafe. That's for July 2nd. July 3rd is Sparkles Creations Art. And July 4th, we're actually going to do July 4th, is Junie Desiree. Okay? And so that's how you know that the names of all of their YouTube channels. So make sure that you get this and print this out. It tells you the verse. It tells you exactly what you want to be following. Well, let's add some interest on the top of this. So I've pulled some things out of my stash, some things out of what I cut out of the kit. And I got these hearts back in February for Valentine's Day at Dollar Tree, of course. They had little packs of these hearts. Look, they have plain wooden ones, red ones, and then they have these pink ones. And when you see stuff like that for a holiday is when I always tell everybody that's when you need to pick it up. So I'm thinking of using that. And then I'm thinking that this would be fun if I put this right here over that circle, then punch the circle out. That's kind of a different type of a tab top. So I like that, and I like this. Now I'm kind of crumpling it to add some depth to it. Okay, this I think is fun, this giant circle. So let's see how that would go. Let's do the same thing with this. We'll put some edges in it. There we go. Okay, so I didn't edge this. Let's edge it now. I think that will look good. Now, I was sitting here and I went, Diane, why didn't you make 2 more tags? And then I realized, no, I've got some other kinds of tags I'm going to be making this week in different videos. So I'm happy with what I did. Okay, so we've got that one. And then I have these little fun things. I'm going to dangle off of that. And then I'm thinking for this one, what I might do is, what if I attached this stuff, like the joy and this button, and then made it a flip up, and I could put a Bible verse on here. That's what I'm thinking right now. So let's see if that works. Okay, got that ready. Let's get this all ready now. And I'm using scorched timber. That's really my favorite. The reason I like the scorched timber the most is because it's like a black brown. It's a really super dark brown. And I just think it works really well. It gives you some depth. There we go. Okay, now let's edge up all this stuff and see if that works. Isn't it so cool how Debbie made us so many different ways to look at the word joy and to add the word joy to our kit? I'm like super excited about that. Okay, so I think I really like that. Do I need the button? I was thinking of the button just to add, but maybe I don't even need it on there. Maybe it doesn't need it. So let's add that. Whoops. Okay, let's add that like right there. And then I'm gonna figure out how I'm going to, I think what I'm gonna do is use some washi tape and I'll just tape it on there and fold it over. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's put this one down then, because we've got it all colored. And I wanted to make this kind of a cluster on here. And I wanted to add the heart. I think that looks good. I do like that. So let's glue it onto the circle first. I just love this kit. This kit is the most gorgeous kit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Debbie. You did such a good job for us. And then we're gonna put that right on there. Oh, that's so nice. I love it. Okay, let's put this glue on. May have to end up using some of my glitter glue too, but I really like this. So if you notice, I'm making clusters. That's one of the secrets for art is I wouldn't put the heart up here and this down here. It's like they're all over the place. And what happens is your eye says, where am I supposed to go? And when you make clusters, you're actually guiding your eye to where you want it to go on the page, which is kind of fun. Now I just realized I didn't need to glue that down. We won't glue that one down. You know what? We'll let that one stick up. Okay, then we're gonna come over here and let me get my punch. Let's punch our hole and see where we're at, right? Oh, it's gonna be right in the flower. That's okay. That's okie dokie. There we go. Oh, it's right beside flower. Yeah, that worked out good. Okay. Not bad. I think that one's good. Now, if you notice on these ones that I showed you, did you see all this really fun fabric toppers? Well, if you watch my videos, if you're new, you'll know that I went and got a couple chindi rugs and cut them up. And these are all this gorgeous rayon that I use in all my stuff is from the chindi rugs. And I have a couple pieces sitting out here, so we may try to add that on here. But doesn't that tag, oh, I think that tag looks so good. I feel like it needs something on there, but I don't know what. Well, let's put that one there. Okay, let's get some, I need some washi tape. Let's see, maybe I got something with green on it. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna use black. That's what we're gonna use. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay it on here. And this is a silicone mat that I used. And the reason I love it is because nothing sticks to it and you can't mess it up. I used to have that mat that everybody, a lot of the crafters, wait, did I just do that wrong? No, it's gonna come over, that's right. That a lot of the crafters use with, I still have it, I just don't use it, with the grid on it. Yeah, it was okay, but I didn't like the way it looked in my videos, I'll be honest with you. I felt it was distracting. Oop. Okay, that's not high enough. Let's go up here. Okay, let's bend that a little bit. Where do I want it to be? I want it to be about right there. Let's see if that's a better spot. Okay, did I not cut this straight? There we go. There, see, and then that'll flip up. Look, and then I can put the Bible verse right on there. Okie doke. So what I was saying is maybe not. Maybe what I do. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let's make it a dangle. Let's make it a little dangle piece. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's make it a dangle, and I'll put these things on there. That's working. Okay, let me get a piece to cover that. Let's see what we got. Or should I, you know what I should do? I should put, oh, I'll use this big one that I got. I just bought these. These are really fun when you want to make a big statement, right? Yep. Oh, look how cool that looks. Yes, that looks good. And then we'll put stuff through here and dangle it off of there. Okay. So actually this works really simply. See, just goes ahead. I love that it's so large. Isn't that fun? So that's in my Amazon shop too. So if you want to get that. Okay, so now let's see. We don't want the button, but we want these two things, right? So should I put, yeah, maybe I should put one of those on there. Let's do that. Let's punch the little hole, and we'll do it on an angle. We'll make a fun dangle. Dangle, dangle, dangle. Oh, I probably didn't go down far enough. Here we'll use, okay. Let's do, did I mess it up? Hopefully I did not mess it up. I might have made the hole too big right there. Let's see if I can make it work. Oh, this is what happens some days. My fingers just don't work the way I want them to work. I think there we go. I think I can do it, and then I can't. Oh, that got all messed up. Okay. So let's see, I have chains. Do I want like a black chain? Let's see, there's not a lot of black in here. Oh, wait, maybe we use the red chain. Look at that. I got two colors of red, I think. Or is that pink? That's pink. Yeah, there's only one red, Diane. The green. Actually, I think I like the green better. Let's try that. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Is this gonna work? Yes, this is a nice hole. I think I can make this work. Let's see if I can. Okay, so we'll have one. I think these are cherries. I think that's what they are. Where did I get these? I have a feeling I probably got these off of Temu. Okay, and then we're gonna go through here. Is it gonna go through? Oh no. I forgot it doesn't go through there. Okay, you know what we'll do? I know what we'll do. We're gonna do this, like this. There we go. We'll just do that, and then I'll take a piece of this and we'll tie it on there. Let's see if we can make that work. Let's see if that will work. There we go. Okay, so we got red and green like a Christmas tree, but it works. Okay, now let's see if I put this through here. And we'll tie it on here, and then that'll be our little dangle. We got a bunch of dangles, right? Fun. Well, these are coming out fun. I hope this is inspiring you, these little videos that people are doing, showing you how we prep stuff and how we make some embellishments, you know, to be ready. Oh, I think that looks great. Okay, I'm happy with that one. I'm happy with this one. Do I want to put that big black one on here too? I think like I do. I think I want to do that. Let's do that one. Let's do that there. And we'll put this one on there. There we go. Actually, these work better than the little ones do. These big ones. Look how fun that is. Okay, those two are done. Now let's get to the other two. So I took a piece of those fun fibers that I have left over from my chindi rug, and I just put it right through there. Of course, you can't even see the black hole now, but I just think those are gorgeous. So I just wanted to show you, you see this bag? What is this, a 5-gallon bag that you can get at Dollar Tree? This is just the blue and green pieces that I got off the chindi rug, okay? So I'm over here pulling some out, and I thought I'd show you the giant bag. Look at how perfect these are. Look at how gorgeous these are. This chindi rug I got at Five Below, and it has, like I said, this is more like chiffon in the rug. Look at this piece. Isn't this beautiful? And there's another piece. So I just pulled a bunch of that out. So we'll just set it there. I just wanted to show it to you. And then I also have this. Well, let's finish up these two tags. Now I've pulled some stuff out. I've done some thinking and planning off camera. And what I decided to do is this is in my Rejoice Rhapsody kit. And it's a messy, I call the messy stitched tag. So I folded it in half, and I'm going to put it on there again, like a little note, so I could put the verse on there, or I could write something in there, right? And then I decided I'm going to add this. So I am going to add this gorgeous trim. I found this trim a while ago, and I just love it. It's so much fun. These little dangly things. So let's go ahead and put that on. I'm going to put that on with glitter glue to make sure that it stays down. So what I'll do is I'll put some right on here, and then we'll lay it down. And hopefully I can wrap it, if I can get it correct on there. We'll see. There we go. There we go. I have so many trims because I've been collecting them for 20 years. So I know a lot of people say, well, where did you get them? I have no idea where I got this one. This could be 20 years old. But I will say to you, whenever I am in any kind of a store that has any kind of, you know, knitting or trims, stuff like that, I always go and look, because you never know what you're going to find. Look how beautiful that is. Yes, that looks so pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on. So that'll be my little focal point. But I'm making a focal point that also ends up being a something that I can put notes in. I think for me, being a faith artist is all about, can I make enough spaces to put on my notes? Okay, so then I was going to punch the hole out, and I decided, wait, let's do something better. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on there and then put that through the hole. Yes, doesn't that look like a good idea? Yes, it does. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is punch my hole so I can see it, see where it is. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going, because I want it to be right over that point, and I want to try and put this on somewhat centered. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and put some glue on there. There we go. And then I'll trim this off. There we go. And then we will put this into the hole that I have to punch again, but that's okay. There we go. And then this will go there. Yes, look how great that looks. Very good. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna have to buy some more of those eyelets. I love that they're huge. I just love that. Okay, oh, look how good this looks. Now, all we have to do is figure out what kind of a tie we want. which one of the ties? This huge piece of ribbon looks, oh no, wait. Does that bring it out? Oh, that's so, look at the design on this. It like coordinates with my paper. How weird is that? Not weird, how like serendipitous. Let's use that word instead. So if I put it through there, it's going to be mostly that color, which is okay. I think I like this section of it better. So what we're going to do is we are going to trim this. So if you want to learn about the chindi rugs, I have a video on it. I show you exactly how I did it. Like I said, they're $5.99 or $4.99. I can't remember. Oh, did Diane cut that straight? No, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, you get bags and bags of fabric. And like, I would never just go buy a piece of this, but that's the beauty. Okay, this isn't gonna work. That's the beauty of getting a chindi rug. What you're getting is you're getting pieces, significant size pieces, okay, of all these different fabrics. And as I said, if you were in a fabric store and you went to buy it, you probably wouldn't even, I probably wouldn't have even looked at this to buy it. But to have, you know, a little 1/4 yard piece, yes, it's so much fun. Okay. Oh, yes, that's gorgeous. So they make them, this rayon stuff makes the most wonderful ties for our tags. Can you tell I really like it? Yes, I do. Okay, look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, let's edge. I didn't edge the whole tag, but let's do that. And then this one is done, and we'll finish up the other one. And I got 4 spectacular tags for my journal. Lots of fun places to put all of my notes. Okay, move all this away, Diane. Okay, so what did you do over here, Diane? So I didn't want to do another black thing. So I punched with my little teeny tiny punch a piece of that design. I punched a hole out of there, and I'm thinking I'm going to use that. And then I pulled this out of my stash. And what is this? Okay, do you use those puffs to wash yourself in the shower? That's what this is. So I deliberately buy colors that I like, and I use them, and then when I'm done, I don't throw them away. I throw them in the washing machine, and I wash them out. And then I use them. Look, in my junk journal is on. I'm not getting rid of that. Look how beautiful that looks. Just adds that little touch. And then this, there's a whole other video I made on this where you take paper clips and you wrap paper around them, and then you make little dangles. Doesn't that look like yes? Here's another one that I made. That's the paper clip video. This is the other one where I said, go get your Christian books out, cut out words, and then make long vocabulary tabs. I think that's what I called them there. So that's what I'm thinking of doing here. So let's do this part first. I want to lay it on top of the hole. So there's the hole. Let's edge this, and then we'll stick it down. Put it around the circle. All right. Put that right on there. Okay, so that part's good. Let's get some edging on my tag. I love collaging fabric and paper. So today, this video was us collaging paper. I'm gonna do another video this week because I wanna make some collaged fabric tags. So that's coming up also. Let's punch the hole back in there now. There we go. See how cool that looks? That's a great way to add. And then I'll have to put a chain on there. Okay, let's get this on here. Now this one's gonna be tricky. I should have turned my glue gun on. In fact, I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time because it's not gonna stick. I already know it's not gonna stick. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then it'll be all done. I'll put my glue gun on, and I'm gonna put that on there. So let's add this, and then we are done. Oh, we have to add our what fabric we're gonna use on there. So that's gonna be there. How am I gonna put that on? Should I use a chain again? Let's see if we got any fun colors. let's see, I don't have any silver. I wish I had a silver. Let's see, that green. No, wrong green. Let's see, this green. Oh, that green looks kind of cool. Okay, let's do that. So I bought this off of Amazon. I am so happy that I got this. It's been so much fun having, you know, little ability to use these, oops, going the wrong way, dang. To use these little chains. They are so quick and easy to add fun dangles onto our junk journals. Come on, go in there. There we go. Oh yes, look how fun that looks. So that we're gonna use that instead of, I don't think I need fabric. Look, I think it's just kind of fun, right? Okay, so that's what we got made today. We've got those two. And then of course, where did I just put my two red ones? Move them, there they are, out of the camera. And then we did this one and this one. So I have 4 spectacular tags for Exploring Joy. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'm just giving you lots of ideas of fun things to make to get prepared for our Exploring Joy challenge, which starts July 1st. Please like this video. I would hope that you would share this video with all of your friends. Invite them to the Exploring Joy challenge. Never too late to start. You can always do this. And till next time.